Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Love to Life Tarot. This is Nikki, and this is for Gemini, 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 bang, baby. Hey, Gemini, how you doing? How you doing? What's been going on, Gemini? I let a little minute go by, see what's up, see what happened, see what we going through, Gemini. Let's see. I wanted to check in on you. This gonna be your what's going on right now. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment below, and let me know if any of this resonate with you, Gemini. So this is just me tapping in, okay? You can come to this reading whenever you like. A month from now, it may still hit. Whenever you're guided to it, this bud's for you, boo. All right, Gemini. So I'm going to use my beginner's tarot deck. I don't know if I'm going to use this light seer deck. I'm halfway guided to use this like on the end as something different. We'll see what comes along with that. I ordered me another deck called Keywords, and I went through this deck. I haven't looked in detail to every one of these cards, and I did a few other readings the other day, and they like what they say, they straight to the point, and some of these cards can be a bit blunt. So be ready when you see these cards, all right? I will use my Right Away Tarot deck, and then I'll clarify with some of my index cards, all right? So let's just see what type of energies Gemini have been dealing with. Remember, energies are fluid. You control you, boo. All right, baby. So let's just see. Whew. Gemini, things may be a bit heavy or kind of hectic. Right now, so let's just see. When I meditate on your cards, I heard reckless behavior. So I see a whole lot of you. Flip the thing if it ain't you. It's an energy that you deal with, so flip it if it ain't you, okay? All right, so let's just see. Oh, okay. Pick that. Get them. Audi. That's what you need. Okay, Gemini, let's see. So how you want to go? I'm going at the top. That card started out the gate though. Okay. Alright, Gemini. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Alright, Gemini. Let's see here. I hope that Lofty Girl not playing too loud in the background. I like to play a little Lofty Girl, L-O-F-I, on YouTube when I'm doing readings. It gives you this little peaceful vibe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm finna spit a little something right quick, Gemini. No, I'm just playing. Alright, Gemini, let's get it. Okay. First of all, Gemini, things ain't gotta be perfect. As I say to you, I'm saying to me. I just feel like, Gemini, feel like in order for something to move forward, things have to be just right, so to speak. And sometimes God just guide us to go ahead and get out there, and we'll get stuff together as we go. So I ain't talking at you, boo. I need to take the same advice. All right, okay. All right. So we got the Seven of Pentacles starting out the gate. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. And then we have the Magician card. Now, these cards were placed in the reverse. I don't know if that's how they were in the deck. I do feel the energies both type of ways, so I will tell you both ways. We're going to leave them in the upright because that's what we aiming for. And that's the way I feel like the cards are saying, okay? So, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you got this mindset, like, in order to get things done, you can't do things like they used to be. Like, it can't be handled like they used to, is the energy that I feel. I feel like that you are at this time where you are like the creator of what you want to bring into your life. And I'm saying like at this time because a lot of my Geminis, as we all go through, everybody, okay, you be at this place where you don't know your own power, you don't know your own strength, you don't know that in order to make the change that you strongly desire, you hold that like in the palm of your hands to do things in the manner that you wish so you can bring in things that you like, okay? And it may require for you to not do things anything like you used to now. I I do get the energy of that's exactly what some of my Geminis have realized and you on. And it's just this self betterment, you know, of this strong desire of still being able to have hope after shit has hit the fan and you done been through some trials and tribulations. And I'm glad that you are at that space. So good shit, okay? You are handling things differently and you are looking over how things were and where it got you, and it may have seemed like things happen quicker in that direction for some of my Geminis because some of my Geminis, I ain't judging, okay? Some ways that you may have made money may not be in the best of ways. So was it quicker? Did it get shit done? Yeah. Was the cost of doing it could affect you in a way that you didn't see good for you? Yep. Or or it don't even have to be money. It could just be some. It was money. It was a certain amount of effort or time placed off into a circumstance. Okay, but you understand that, and I see you going towards this sense of change because you're doing different, and you like the way things feel in this different space is what I'm trying to get to, okay? Now, some of my other Geminis, without me lingering on with this energy, I'm going to put the cards down because I won't ever stop talking. You're at this place of you see it, you recognize it, you know what you got to do, and it's all about doing it. And you at that space of I see it, and you may not be ready yet, and your journey is your journey, okay? All right. So, eventually I'll see you doing it, but some is just ain't right now, okay? Okay. We have the Fool card. It could be dealt with the sign of Aries. We got the Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. We got the Queen of Swords, all right. We got the Chariot card. I already told you about this movement forward. The Chariot card is leaving places that he or her always know. You know, pressing towards the direction that you feel like you guided to do. So I do see some of my Geminis putting in their work and effort. This could be solely off into you. Nobody has to be around. For those who don't have anybody around, you got your eye on somebody or somebody got their eye on you that you feel like y'all will be good together. Or is anybody taking this initiative to bring this together? No, okay? And you may be at that space of detaching from something else or working on you or building you or pouring off into you to the point that you just now feeling like bringing another individual into your life. So you may be taking your time, okay, or moving from places that has weighed heavy on you. And you may be at this space where you're trying to manifest something, financial stability in your life first. You understand? Okay. Some of my other Geminis, you do have an individual in your life, not to linger on this person. They ain't pouring off into you like they used to. It's this sense of detachment. You toy in between how you wish things could be. Maybe they were that before and they kind of dwindled. Now it's this space, and now these thoughts of your independence pop in on you moving forward. And you're at this stage where I'm ready for something different. And we'll see if you opened up and expressed this. Some you haven't, okay? And in the future, that's why I had to get that out. You got the Eight of Cups because I feel this walking away energy kind of coming up, all right, in some aspect. You have the Hermit card. I do feel that independence and solitude, all right? And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. This is perfect. I love that. And you have the Death card. Have mercy, okay? Have mercy. Everything I just said, okay? Look exactly what I just said, Gemini. That's why I felt a heavy energy of some of my Geminis are coming from a space where they've grown. You know, they done this Hermit card. You may have taken some time alone to heal or recognize things that are not good for you that you had to move away from. For some of my Geminis who I did get this energy that you handling things differently, right? You want this sense of change to come in because you may be at this turning point in your life where you want something to be different. Hence the Wheel of Fortune card, right? I feel like good things are to come by you putting in that effort and that work. This took effort, this took work, this took consistency, and this took time for those Geminis who put in the time to really stop some circumstances that they were a part of, in some patterns that they were a part of, put really this stamp on. um Oh, my screen don't look too good, honey. I got a phone on the way, honey. My son bought me a phone, baby. It shall change in a minute, but I do need to wipe that screen, so bear with me, Gemini. I do get that sense of that, so kudos to you for putting in that work, okay? And remember, I said for those who are not doing it, it's not that you don't recognize it. What change has to happen, what things have to change, what transitions have to occur. You know what I'm saying? Within, in order for growth to come in order for things to be different. I feel like this person knows that, see that clearly, and it's just all about putting in the work, okay? So let's just clarify. All right, let's just see what we got here. Let's clarify with these. I guess we will use the light seer deck. So Seven of Pentacles and Nine of Cups. For some of my Geminis, if you are with a circumstance, you toy with this situation, right, of you walking away from it. You know what I'm saying? This sense of independence, and you now know what you want from a circumstance, and you now know what you don't want, and you know what you've been through and what you already understand the lesson of, and you don't want to go through that shit no more. So if this feels like a cycle of things for those Geminis who are with a circumstance that kind of feel familiar of energies of what you no longer want to feel like, and it can't get back on the right track, this is what you're toying with right here. Those are those Geminis that I feel that, okay? All right, okay? Because I feel like some of my Geminis, like, I don't mind taking I'm out of here. I don't mind. I really don't mind. Would you want to work something out? Yep. Some of my other Geminis, I'm going to keep, I'm going to shut up after this and clarify. You are dealing with a situation, honey, that been with for years. I don't know, on and off. I feel like that's how you feel. Shit. I feel like at some point it was this, right? Where you felt like y'all may be married and y'all got along, and I ain't saying shit wasn't, crazy at points, but that was your baby, right? That was your baby, okay? And and y'all may have tried it off and on a lot. Like, here, I'm gonna try it again. And then we part ways for sometimes shit, even a year. And then y'all somehow find y'all way back together. Or then y'all part ways for a couple of months. And person act like you can see who you want to see. And until they see you dealing with somebody and they paying them no attention. And then they sabotage your shit just so y'all can get, stuff like that, right? And then you come to a space where you realize a certain individual is just gonna always kind of be who they are. Some people have this energy where I know we all want to see the good and we want people to change, right? Up in here is the energy that I feel like you're gonna come to. And everybody do have that capability of doing that, but it's gonna have to take that in order for this to push forward, and you're gonna have to leave some things behind, and that comes with hard work, and everybody don't want to do that. So it's gonna have to come to a time where you're gonna recognize that, see it what it is, and then you're gonna be able to understand it and say, hey, that person's journey is that person's journey, and your journey is your journey, and you can only control what you can do. And that's when that focus on you kind of kick in, because you understand things at a different place, and not take things to heart because the individual is not changing in the direction that you see the growth in them that they could be, is the energy that I feel for some of my other Geminis. All right, you got the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. We have the High Priestess card and the King of Wands. That's that energy I feel like in you. Like, intuitively, you know what you're being guided to do in every circumstance that I spoke on. Even if this is Geminis who I feel like that you now have this energy where you worked on yourself and you really want an individual, a partner. It's going to have to take King of Wands. It's going to have to take effort. It's going to have to take, you to get out, mingle, put forth the effort into circumstances. I understand that. It's kind of hard. I get it. This is you putting in that energy into you on what you are guided to do for yourself as well, Gemini. So I see that too. All right. So, and those are the Geminis that I feel like. Remember, I said that you're being called to do something different. That's that energy that is going to take that effort. We already spoke about that. Okay. I feel like you know what it is, and it's just about doing it. All right. Four of Wands and the Magician. We have the Magician clarifying the Magician, all right? The Magician take control. The Magician manifests new things. So you may be trying to bring forth something financially. I just feel like an overall change in the direction that you want. Now, why am I saying it like that? Because I don't like it like that. You know, Gemini, you may be dealing with a circumstance that somebody may be trying to inflict this change upon a certain situation in a way that they want, and that don't mean that it is the right way. So it is some resistance going on in that area. I do feel like that too, okay? You got the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is about out with the old, in with the new. And the Knight of Wands is this passionate knight. You know, that knight can be looked at in two ways. Sometimes this knight can be premature and kind of go towards things that they're not ready for. Okay, and I feel like that's bouncing around in your mind in regards to either a circumstance you're trying to build or a relationship, putting in that effort. Some of my Geminis, you're kind of at this place of I don't even know if I want to because of blah blah blah, and is it even worth it? I understand that if you're at that place, we all could get to that place, but what we do know is with the growth and with the things that we went through, we don't mind pulling out this Queen of Swords at any point if things aren't, you know, building or you recognize bullshit. Some of my Geminis, this is what are you being called to do? That's simply that, okay? And put forth that energy to do so. This is you for some of my Geminis making that change, and I feel like that's that feel good feeling that I feel after you've put in that work because you've been really pursuing you and doing things like getting stuff done is the energy that I feel. Let's see the Fool card and the Queen of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Cups, okay? I feel like it's trying to turn in the reverse, and I want you to remain hopeful, Gemini. I know some of my Geminis been at this place. I feel like that it was trying to go in a reverse and covering over this Fool card and the Queen of Pentacles because this is you releasing and letting go things, and you're pouring off into yourself because the Queen of Pentacles will nurture herself and focus in on what she's trying to build her stability and financially and within. You may be trying to eat better. You may be recognizing things that you have to let go of. You know, I feel like some of my Geminis is trying to focus on their own happiness. You're trying to figure out what brings you joy with this Nine of Cups. I feel like you're trying to be at this place where you're remaining hopeful despite circumstances that may come your way, okay? And some of my Geminis, I feel like that Nine of Cups was in the reverse because you're trying to get to that space. If you're dealing with an actual death of someone, I feel like you're trying to move on. I'm feeling healing energies to you. And like, not move on like forget a person, but move on to begin to live your life, okay? And I hope and pray that you do. You got the Queen of Swords and the Chariot card. You got the Seven of Cups. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And you got the Nine of Wands. You could be a bit defensive at this time. I do feel that energy, Gemini. I feel like you're really focused on what direction you want to go in. Like the Seven of Cups can kind of stay at this place of stinking thinking, which we don't want you to do. And then the Seven of Cups can be at a good space where you're kind of trying to weigh your options and you're thinking about things. But you're not forgetting about, like I said, about how certain circumstances may have happened in the past and recognizing how not to do things in the same way moving forward is the energy that I do feel, okay? Some, I do feel like this person who recognizes exactly what it is that you're going through, what it is that you're putting your energy off into, and this is this I'm sorry, my papers fell. This little defensive kind of feeling I feel like into if bringing on this healthy change that I feel like that you will get more help from moving in that area if you try to handle things in a healthy way, like take on whatever this healthy change is for some of my Geminis, okay? All right, so let's do the death card and the queen of, not death card, the death card and the wheel of fortune. I feel like for some of my Geminis, it may be a financial endeavor too that you are at the brink of moving forward, but don't start second guessing yourself. Um, Because I feel like you're right there. Like you're ready to launch it. You already did the work. You already put in the effort. 1 minute you will be happy, like, yeah, 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 I'm ready. And then when it comes to really showing it, then it's this pushback energy, I feel. Honey, we all do that, okay? Death, death card, a wheel of fortune. 3 of Cups. Gemini, if you have um, friendships or somebody who you could trust and rely on, I feel like open up and speak to an individual that could be helpful. You may be like going somewhere in groups, like friends and stuff, trips. I do see since like therapy and stuff like that. I don't know why what is this I feel? It's not just therapy. It's like a way retreat type thing. So you may be planning on like a women's retreat for like spiritual sanctuary type energy is what I feel with this. Because I feel like that's how hard some of my Geminis, I'm sorry, is trying to inflict like this change within, okay? And I'm sending you healing prayers on your journey, okay? Some of my other Geminis, I feel like you're at this space that you're happier. And I love that for you, okay? And you know that it's, and I ain't saying that all the work is done because there's still a whole lot of stuff to get past. But I feel like the difference between now and then for some of my Geminis is that you are willing, you know how something click and be like, okay, I'm ready now. It's like something you know, like you ready to put in the work, like you ready. You understand with this determination, and you don't have this give up energy in you. Quite how you gonna do it, you willing to take steps. Um, but I do feel like that something's moving towards something better. Okay, and that's good for some of my Geminis. You got the Hermit card and the Eight of Cups. I bet you are. All right. Yeah, you got the King of Swords and the Sun card. That's where I see. Okay, it's like you recognize what was holding you at a place for some of my Geminis. Okay, and some of my Geminis, this is a place that you long for, that you want. You want to bring back your sense of happiness. You asking yourself what makes you happy. I feel like you've gained this clarity of understanding what has to be moved away from, maybe time and space, in order to bring this in. And I feel like eventually you're going to be at this space of moving forward. I do get that energy, okay? So, let's see. And some of my Geminis, that's a suggestion from the universe. Hermit card, 8 of Cup things, move away from things, recognize what they were, and focus on what brings you joy. Don't make me go and need a bake on you bring joy when I'm down. Who seen that Martin episode where that man called him Almond Joy? When Martin had to go to the DMV and he hit that Anita Baker on him. You better put on some Anita Baker, you bring me joy, baby, and recognize, okay? All right, you better go to Jesus. All right, that's who I go to. That's who bring me joy. All right. Okay, now. Remember I said these are keyword cards, Gemini. These cards do what they do. They say what they say, okay? It is what it is with these cards, all right? So let's just see. I'm going to give you 2. Oh, nope. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to leave. We're going to leave crumbling foundations meant to allow be built. Oh, wait. Meant to allow to be built back up with stability. High rising building, upsetting event, unexpected happenings, and tower moment. Okay, so this is like the tower card. And you may be going through some changes and things are changing here. I do get that, okay? And I do get the universe is saying this is sometimes how situations have to occur in order to, rebuild something that you really want, okay? I do get that. Honey, why is these cards stuck together? The hell I was doing, eating pancakes? Oh my God. Lollipop, sugar, something good and positive coming in. Positive and exciting, excellent opportunity. Okay, so this energy that I do feel here. I did feel like that was a good opportunity, but with aces across the board, it takes hard work, and I did feel this energy of something good. All right, so yes, codependency, clinging, needy, rescuer, helper, helped, fixer, chaser, and runner dynamic, substance issues, and addictions. Okay, so that's that card that was sticky, honey. I'm gonna have to wipe that off. I don't even understand how that got like that. I did get that energy of a circumstance. Remember, I spoke on a situation that has been probably off and on over years. You recognize that that was a codependent circumstance, and things kind of always ended up in the same way. And sometimes a person just gonna be who they are, and you feel like you there. Remember, I said to kind of build that person because you see the good in them. You understand how they left you. I do get that energy, okay? Ferris wheel. What goes up must come down. The bad will pass and the good will come. Repeating cycles and getting a higher view. Ain't that beautiful? That's exactly the energy that I feel, okay? That's what I was saying with the wheel card. And this is the energy that I do feel like, Gemini, things are getting better and you understanding the cycles of things and how things were repetitive. I do get that energy, okay? All right, baby, let me go ahead and give you one of these cards. I always talk your ear off. I got to see. I'm going to leave this card out so I can wipe it off. It's that card. Okay. And flip it over. Handle this with care. Your heart, your mind, your soul, your situation, anything that you're dealing with, okay? And you need to be handled with care because I feel like somebody didn't handle your heart with care, all right? It's okay. All right, understand that, and you know what to do. Oh, good. That's why. So don't second guess yourself. Don't do that. That's the energy that I feel. You know what to do. Don't let your mind cloud you to tell you now is not the time. Go for it, Gemini. Okay. Love and light to you. Love.